all these different tools. You've assembled all the crew that's put together, the team, the dreaming, the planning, the scheming. These guys working their tail off, and I know you've been dreaming about this your whole life. If there was one fish that you're going to get on this thing that's going to do it for you, I don't know if it's a single fish, but like, what would do it?
Well, that's a good question. I really don't have one. I just want to have a good time with the people that I enjoy. I want to be able to just go out and explore, and hopefully everybody stays healthy and no one gets hurt. And ultimately, if we put in the time on the water, we should get a fair shot. I don't think there's a single fish. Now, I wouldn't mind catching a surface sword on the Atlantic.
Right.
I would like to do that, and I know they float in the Indian Ocean. So I would love to do that if there's a chance. If I can get a surface sword in Atlantic and a surface sword in the Indian, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, I think that's a great aspiration, because listen, the big marlin are there, guys catch them. The surface swordfish is a very special fish to catch in any ocean, and if you can be the person that kind of got them in multiple oceans.
I mean, it's particularly me. I publish that a lot on social media, market it a lot, because I just think I'm just concerned that may be a lost art in 10 to 20 years.
Right.
The casting atom.
The casting atom.
Nice cast.
There he goes. There he goes.
You know, deep drop has become an amazing fishery in a lot of different places now, and you know, a lot of people have a lot of fun doing that. But you know, going out and targeting a surface sword when they only come up, you know, a few hours in the day, and for a crew and a captain to learn those skills, and then for an angler to learn the skills to cast at them to try to increase the odds. It's a fine art, I think.
That's it. 5 sets of gyros, burning it up, because you can't catch them if you can't find them, and that's where the work comes in.
Yeah, and I just think that for me personally, there's a certain amount of elegance with surface sword fishing, and a lot of screaming.
Yeah, the presentation, the bites like no other fish for sure.
There he is.
Yeah.
Got it.
Put it in gear.
Okay. You want me to come tight?
Yeah, if he's there.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. So exciting.
Yeah, baby.
I'm tight. That was an epic bite.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god. No way.
Crazy.
People fish for these things their whole life and never get a bite.
Yeah, no matter what, every time we get a bite, every time I get a bite, he starts cursing.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty unusual to get the bite first off, and we seem to. Anthony's got a real knack for getting that bite. So our percentage bait, bite-wise versus how many we bait is ridiculously high.
I've watched you guys in binoculars as you're doing it and things like that, and put in the time, put in the effort, have the right gear, have the casting ability. That's you know, that's the part that people don't realize, how hard it is to put that bait exactly where it's got to be so that fish will eat it.
You know, that's just the thing. You know, we're going to go into some other areas and maybe look at stuff a little different. Maybe not. We might go in there and stumble around and not catch too much, but we're going to try these different approaches in different areas and fish for what we want to fish for. I heard the swordfish fin in the Azores is really good, and I hear guys see them in Madeira. And how cool would that be to go over there with a couple guys in the tower with gyros and see if those things, if they do fin there, we're going to find them. I'll tell you that. I don't know whether we'll hook them or not, but we're going to find them. You don't stop until the job's done, no matter what. You know, that was kind of always my motto with all my guys. Every one of them, you could ask them right now to this day, and they're going to tell you whatever it takes.
You go on a tour like this, and there's everybody that's involved, not just Steve and I. It's a lot of days away from our family. It's a lot of traveling, and you put a lot of your life on hold, and you're traveling around the world trying to find this fish with a nose on it. And it sounds a little silly, but you know, without this being a perfect storm, it's really hard to put something together like this. And one thing I want to just go back to is, you know, we're both West Coast guys. We're never saying to the world that, you know, our technique is this or that. We all love fishing, and the nice thing about fishing is it's personal. You fish the way you want to fish, and because of our roots on the West Coast, we think a little differently, and we're gonna try to deploy that. And one of the things that I really enjoy, if we have the opportunity, yes, I would love to be stretched into, in the chair with heavy drag, with he rowing down at 7 knots, 8 knots backwards or faster. That's exciting, but nothing like a quiet boat on the bow, with he pulling back and me casting a live bait to a surface sword and see the surface sword eat it. That is the ultimate.